we can't do it alone. We want to grow, you have to get other people on board, whether to pay for it, whether to join other community, whether to join, somewhere like Bob Expo, take on new platform and get out. Keep saying it because I'm an example of it. Just get out from your comfort zone. Ask for help. It may make you look vulnerable, but that's the only way you can grow.
Hello and a very warm welcome to My Business, My Customer from Bob Expo Media. My name is Amos Madra, your host, and what a wonderful time we've been having on this new podcast, this new show. It's been absolutely brilliant, some great guests that we've had, and today we're going to continue that theme. I've got a fantastic guest here with me today. It's Adebimpe Dauda. Adebimpe, a very warm welcome to you. Can I give you a brief introduction to who you are and what you do?
Yes, please.
Indeed. Okay. So Adebimpe is a handmade jewelry designer with 6 years experience. She designs and creates contemporary and versatile African and Western inspired jewelry. That sounds really, really interesting. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
So my business is all about handmade jewelry. I make versatile jewelry because when I say versatile, I like it to make sure that it's for every woman out there, both young and old, so they can represent themselves. And my jewelry is all about something where you can wear for women can wear from day to night, so it's not, sometimes as women, we don't want to, we'd like to take extra luggages, but I'm trying to make sure my jewelry is not like that. So it's something they can wear to work. And if they've got like a night out on that day, whatever they've got to work, they can just wear that to the red carpet on that
I like
day.
that. Why is... And tell me why fashion is so important. Why is it such an important thing to people generally? What is it that makes it such a big industry?
Fashion is a big industry, especially for women. We like to change things. We grow every day as women. Things change. Everything is evolving, even for men as well. But for women, we always have our changes in fashion changes. The more we grow, we get to leave some clothes behind, and then we need to take on new clothes, because what I can wear when I was a 16-year-old is different from what I can wear in my 20s. So sometimes we have to go with the age that we are going to. But with my own jewelry, like I said, it's not just specifically for young women, but both for middle-aged women, working class women, even older generation can wear my jewelry, depending on how comfortable they are with my type of jewelry. So yeah, that's why it's called versatile, and every woman should be able to wear my jewelry. Yeah,
I like that. Tell me about the products that you've got. What are the ones that are the best sellers, and the ones that you recommend for our listeners today?
Yeah, my best seller would be the hoop one, because it's very light, and my jewelry, I use crystal beads, and I know most women like something sparkle. Who doesn't like sparkle? You want to get you want to get into a room, and then you're the center of attention. But like, okay, she's blinging, she's sparkling. So I use more of a crystal beads, and that doesn't mean I can use all the, because when it comes to jewelry making industry, we have different type of what's it called, beading jewelry making materials. But I just love to use the crystal, because I feel every woman wants to sparkle, every woman wants to look beautiful, everyone wants an attention. Want to get to the room, you want to be like, ooh, okay, who's that person coming? So I'll say my best seller is the hoop earrings. Is very versatile. It's something you can wear from day to night to red carpet. So, and it's very lightweight. And when people say, oh, it's gonna be heavy, and no, my jewelry are really, really lightweight. I don't want to wear jewelry up to like 5 minutes and taking it off. It can be very, very scary. So, we've got a lot going on already. We've got makeup, we've got hair, and then you don't want to end up having earring that's giving you all pain. So, yeah.
Is that a big issue? Heavy jewelry dragging people?
Exactly. Wearing heavy jewelry it can change your mood, because then you're touching your ears every 13 seconds trying to adjust it. But once you have an earring on that you don't even feel like you've got it on, then you can go by your day. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Excellent. Have you got anything to show for our audience who are watching this? Have you got any of your products that you can show us?
I haven't got anyone at the moment here.
Oh,
yeah.
That's okay. That's cool. We'll discuss more about how the customers can reach you soon.
Okay.
Now, we know that the past year has been an incredibly difficult year for everybody. I can imagine for yourself as well, it must have been challenging. Can you tell us how you found the past 18, 20 months or so?
To be honest, this 18 months made me more stronger. It made me take some new challenges, and, things I was afraid of, I started doing them. So I got out of my comfort zone, in short words. And that would be me, advertising my products more, because, when it comes to our community, we shy away of showing our talents, because, we're afraid of what other people will say, like, oh, she's advertising her product too much, our business too much. But if we don't advertise it, who's going to know about it? So that's where I come in. So it's been challenging. It's not, the sales hasn't been great, but it's giving me more opportunity to pull myself out there more and get seen more, and, go into the markets as well, because most of us, we don't go to the market, we just want to stay online. But it doesn't stop online. You have to get out from where, like that. That's where we have Bob Expo, helping other Black businesses, getting people to get comfortable getting out. It's not just online. You need to network with other people within and outside your zone to be able to grow a sustainable business, and sustainable business as well. Yeah.
Did you find that support from other businesses helped you, gave you some confidence, and the likes of Bob Expo, was that
the likes of Bob Expo, and getting coaches as well, because we feel like we know everything, and we can't do everything as a business owner. Because as for me, I'll say I'm everything. I'm the business owner, I'm the accountant, I'm the content creator. I'm basically doing everything. But when you get to a point and you feel like, what, and then so the one that you actually love, which is the jewelry making aspect, of which I'm really, really good at, I find that I'm actually leaving that behind and then concentrating on the ones that I don't have a strong suit at. So sometimes I would say it's okay to get help, even if they're not going to do it to your satisfaction, but you can always tell the person or the people, like, okay, this is how I want it. And then they can work to create what you want. They can bring your vision to life. So for me, it was really challenging, but I got to a point where, I think it's time to get help. We can't do it alone. We want to grow, you have to get other people on board, whether to pay for it, whether to join other community, whether to join, somewhere like Bob Expo, take on new platform and get out. I'll keep saying it, because I'm an example of it. Just get out from your comfort zone, ask for help. It may make you look vulnerable, but that's the only way you can grow.
Yeah.
As a business owner. Yeah.
And I think what's really important is, one thing that you keep saying, and it's coming up and time again, and I think it's really important, is being versatile, being open to growth. And I think these are all very important things to grow. And as a business owner, as you said, you're wearing many hats, you're doing this, that, and everything, sales, marketing. So it's difficult, but it's being able to grow, having the right surroundings and having the right people around you. Do you have any days where you think, what have I done? Was this the right thing to do? Or do you think, do you know what, life's too short. I'm so glad I took this chance.
I do, even coming on this podcast is a risk for me, is a mindset for me, because when Monique Bob Expo said, oh, there's a podcast, like, do I really want to do that? And then you start questioning yourself. But, this is part of what we're talking about. It's not about developing that mindset. So pre-COVID, I would have said I'm not doing it, because I'm like, why do I want to do that? But with now, and like I said, listening to the right books, networking with the right people, it starts changing your mindset, changing your perspective of life. Like, you know what, you can only live once. But when we say that includes your business as well. There are days where I feel like, is this actually worth it? Is this what I really want to do? I've got a day should I just pack it up? I keep telling him, and then I look again, I look around me. Nobody's doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing what I'm doing, and I can tell myself that I'm good at it, but I need other people to be able to tell me how good I am at it as well. It's not good enough for you to know that you're good, but you need to hear from other people and take on critics as well. Because sometimes I feel like business owners, we don't like critics, but if we don't take it, how do we grow? If somebody don't tell you what you did, it's not always going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be perfect, but critics is good. You know where you're lacking behind, you know where to improve on. Even when you feel like you're the best person in the world, somebody's out there criticizing, like, no, you're not. So it's just like, I have some days where I doubt myself. Imposter syndrome comes in, like, oh, you're not good enough. But it's just, I'm good. I'm doing better.
That's
and I try not to. I try not to compare myself with other people anymore. Because chapter 1, some people's chapter 10 is just not on chapter 1, because they've gone through so many processes where they are now.
Yeah.
So I can't just get there because I have to do the work. But sometimes we just want to blow overnight. It takes a process to get to that blowing overnight. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great answer. And again, you were talking about mindset. I like to get into people's philosophy, people's way of thinking. Why is mindset so important to you? And tell me about, the practical things that you've been doing to improve your mindset, to give yourself a better chance, I suppose.
When it comes to mindset, reading inspirational books, listening to other people, like podcasts, joining community of women, not just women, you want to hear other people's perspective of life, and as well as empowering myself, joining community, and what else? Reading books, to be honest. It's just about reading books, listening to other people's story. Books is really good, because I've read some books in my life that when I look back, I'm like, wow. And listening to audibles. If you cannot read books, take audibles. If you're driving, listen to them. You just, sometimes you want to listen to the music, but if you're not in the mood for music, just listen to audible. Listen, hear other people's story, hear what they've gone through to get to where they are now. Because sometimes what we see when we start seeing people in the Forbes, we know this person's made it. But sometimes the Forbes is not going to tell you how they got there. They are the only person that can tell you the stories. So it's always good to actually go to those people and say, okay, how did this person get to where they are? Buy their books, listen to their books. You're investing in them as well as investing in yourself. So it's about give and take. Because if you don't buy the story, if you don't listen to them, how do you yourself grow? How do you put your own story together? So it's all about listening to other people's story so that you can put your own story together as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a fantastic point. Really great. So again, you started your business, you've gone through times where you're thinking, am I doing the right things? But then, you pick yourself up, you're surrounding yourself with the right community, and, you're wearing all these different hats, and, you're motivated, you're pumped, you're ready for the year ahead. How do you balance everything out? How do you, is it just work, or is there a time where you say, you know what, let me pull away? How do you get the right balance?
Oh, that's really challenging. Because I'm a mom of 3. Yes, I've got 3 little amazing kids, and I've got my husband as well.
Excellent.
Now I'm learning to schedule things. I'm learning to take on new people on board. I tell them, just some of them I can't afford. I know, because I don't have the funding yet, but that is where the mindset coming, like, okay, I want to be able to employ somebody. I have to put more work in it, because the more I put in it, the more opportunity of getting fundings and what's it called, incomes coming in. So it's challenging, I wouldn't lie, because how do I say it? I just make sure I use some scheduling app, like a day, like I say, today, this is what I want to do. Content creating can take a whole day for somebody like me, because running businesses are different, because I have to show the visual part, I have to show the behind the scene, I have to show the packaging. So it's like, sometimes I have to say, okay, today I just want to take pictures. I want to do like meme pictures. You just have to keep showing your face. People want to know you, people want to interact with you, people want to know how you're doing. And that's why I always make sure that I use some scheduling app to schedule all my products or all my for that week. And also I have days where I go to the markets to sell my products, because even though I have an online website, which is doing its best, but I decide to go to more markets, get familiar with the people, get to know what they want. Because sometimes we might feel like this is what people want, but what if it's something different? So which means give me the opportunity to diversify and change some things within my business. And that's where I come in, like, take on other people's opinion, take on people's feedback, and then it makes some changes into my own business as well. So it's all about scheduling, making time management, and be strict on it.
Yeah.
Today, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm sticking to it. Tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. I'm sticking to it. And today, I just want to chill out. I want to go out with my family. That's what I'm doing. Exactly. Because last week we went to the safari, and I enjoyed it. I felt like a child. I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been depriving myself. Because at the end of the day, everything has to balance. Financially, family-wise, you don't want one place to be doing great and the other aspect is dying. Everything has to balance. It's not going to be perfect, but we just have to make sure, we're giving 20, 20, and at the end of the day, everything comes to 100. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
I love that, Adebimpe. I think it's really important to have that balance, to be able to schedule. And I suppose just having a schedule in front of you keeps things into perspective, and then at least you know what you're doing. You're not everywhere. You're focused on one task, and at least then you can move on to what's next. And then, of course, also prioritize, enjoying yourself, spending time with family, going out for days where you're doing things that you enjoy, which is really important as well. So I think that's going to be helpful for a lot of business owners listening and watching this. So great advice there. Thank you for that. So we're getting a good picture of the type of person you are. And as you were talking there, something you said, which I thought was really interesting, was, going out to markets, product testing. That's really important, and just gauging what customers are looking for and getting an understanding. And I think sometimes being on the ground, being out there, you get the real feel for it, versus just being, say, online. Of course, online has its place, but being on the ground as well, I'm sure is equally as important. Talk to us a bit more about this product testing, going out on markets.
So my market is like a pop-up. So I remember my first market, I was really nervous. I was like, who was it gonna be like? And sometimes the fear of what people are gonna think, what it's gonna be like, is always like, I'm not going to the market. But to be honest, my first market, I really enjoyed it, because the guy that was beside me was really, really helpful. Was like, is this your first market? It's like, yes, you can tell that. What did he say? Oh, you're a market virgin, right? I was like, okay. You can imagine that. I'm like, okay, yes, because you can tell that he's been there for 6 years. He's been doing it for 6 to 8 years. So he knows his way within the market. He actually told me everything I needed to do. And I can tell you, and my first market was in June, and I can tell you from June till now, things have changed for me. Because, I don't have the aspect of going every weekend, because I've got kids. I have to make sure my husband as well, he's got his own businesses, he's running. So, and it's been amazing. You get to meet new people, and they are so welcoming, because they've been there for years, and they like to see new people. They like to see new businesses. And it's been great going to the market. I get to know, okay, this is what people like. You get to see, okay, this, even you as a person, you get to see opportunities that is not there, that I feel like, okay, this is missing, and I feel people might have interest in this. And me going to the market, I noticed that in our community, you hardly see people of my color there. Even though in 2021, you expect to see thousands of my, I'm being careful with my words here. It's not there. And it's like, the only person I could see was this lady, and she said she's been there for 13 years. So you can imagine, she's an elderly person, and she's got her own challenges as well, but she still kept going. So market is great place, if you want to make more money, it might not every day is going to be a good day, because now it's getting to winter, not everybody want to go out. But if you want to make money, you have to get out of your comfort zone. It's not going to come home.
Yeah.
You have to get out there. People need to see you, and it's Christmas time. People want to shop out there now. People want to shop out there. They want to see something different. They don't want to go to the high street anymore. It's like many people are thinking about small businesses now, because what I can cater for, the big supermarket you can't get them there, because mine is unique, is different, is not where you can see everywhere. So that's what makes my own product stand out.
And I
So
think, yeah,
yeah.
again, you know, it's like when I'm talking to you, you're going from one golden nugget to another, to another, to another. I'm like, oh, sister, pull back, pull back. You know, what did you just say there? You know, let's just go back to that. You know,
Okay.
again, you know, getting outside your comfort zone. I think that's a big one for so many people, isn't it? Is the comfort zone and the trap of the comfort zone.
Yeah,
How to
it's
get
really
out of it.
challenging. Yeah, it can be very challenging because you know you just I don't want to go out today. Like next week now I've got market in Sheffield and I keep thinking, oh, do I want to go? I've already paid for it. You know, I think like it's gonna be cold.
That's a good
Oh,
reason.
and I was like, okay, I keep saying I don't want to go. There you go. I've ended up buying my shoe. My winter shoe is ready already. I bought my gloves. I got my hat. I'm ready, and I'm still telling myself, do I want to go? I'm going. You know, I'm ready. I'm getting prepared. No, all I'm
Yeah,
thinking about is how I'm gonna make that money on that day now. So how much do I
yeah,
want to make? And so now I'm like thinking about the money I'm gonna make now. You know, what's that? I'm getting prepared for
yeah,
getting the money in on
yeah.
that day. Saturday shopping. So you know, just it's comfort zone getting out, and the more you go out, you get to meet new people. You get to
Yeah,
network with people. You get opportunities because that's where you get seen.
yeah,
That's where you get seen. I know people say online, yeah, you can make for handmade product. If your product is handmade, you're not buying it from bulk from China, and you want people to have a feel of your product, you have to get out. Doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as it's handmade,
yeah,
just get out. Nobody's doing what you're doing. Like even if we are doing thousands of things together, there's something that makes you stand out from the other people.
yeah.
That's just
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Incredible, incredible. And again, that's it. It's being, you know, proud of your products because you've put the time and effort in. It's
Yeah.
handmade. This is not just something that's been made en masse. And you want to share that with people. You want people to see what it is that you've done. It's really important to get that message out there to people. And so again, really great advice there. And good, a good incentive, of course, that you've paid forward. So you've had to make that journey, which is really important. Tell us about the future. What does the future hold for you? What's the plans? What are you thinking?
Ah, well, I'm all for the future. I'm looking to have more products in amazing shops. Preferably maybe shops like I have my own store as well. As well as talking to other small business owner shops as well for fashion, definitely, and as well like train other people as well. It would be great to train other people. Just to have people who have more experience in jewelry making, because when it comes to jewelry making, people always think about metal smithing. But with my kind of jewelry as well, it's unique. You can learn it, because I learn as well, and I look at training other people as well. And that's it for me. And, have my product in other shops will be amazing. So that's what the future holds. And, and see other celebrities. And I would love to see celebrity wearing my jewelries as well, not just my friends and family, but definitely it would be nice to see them top celebrities. Names
Yeah.
I can't say at the moment, but definitely I have them in my head, and I'm looking forward to having and them having my jewelry too. So yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you. It's almost like a double question. You're
Yeah.
passionate. You love what you do. You enjoy what you do. What is it that you enjoy the most about what you do? Firstly, and how can you advise the audience to find that thing that they enjoy doing and have that same passion that you do?
Well, I enjoy making my jewelry. It gives me joy when I'm doing it. When you put in like components together and then you can see the finishing product. I'm like, wow. It's like when a woman is being pregnant and then you get to have the baby in your hand. You know that feeling you get. I'm sorry.
I can't relate, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the feeling like the dad. You're putting things together, and then you can see the finishing product. It's like what we're doing now, and then you get to put everything together. Like, wow, this is beautiful, and you want other people to test it. And what's the second question again? Sorry.
How can other people pick up on that, and how can they also, find that calling, find that niche, find that thing it is that they love to do, and have that same passion that you have?
Yeah, when it comes to niche, so it can be difficult because for me, when it comes to jewelry making, I love jewelry making is broad. You get me? But when it comes to time, you have to now break it down that, okay, this is what I want to specialize in. And once you find that, just stick to it. Because when it comes to creative people, our mind is everywhere. You want to do this, but you've forgotten that you're still nursing. You haven't perfected that one. But once you have that perfection of that one, then that is when you need to start getting help to get out, because there's no matter how good you are at that thing that you've created, which is your niche, then for other businesses that they're looking to find their passion and everything, everyone has got a passion, but you can't do it alone. Even once you find that passion, you need to get other people to help you bloom that passion for you. So just like what you're doing now, you must have spoken to other people, and me coming on board is growing the what's it called, the podcast and the video. Because the people you've spoken about, you just have to speak about what you're doing. Then other people can then believe in you, and you keep going, and then that's the passion. You start loving it more because you've got. I'm sure you've got me now. You've got another person coming in next, and another person coming in next, and that's where it grows. So even if it's not, there are some days that they're going to be bad days, but just take it on there. Today's a bad day, tomorrow is going to be better. Just stay positive, and it's all about the mindset and getting help, and whatever you're doing is good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can think it, you can achieve it. When there's a will, there's a can. So that's it. Just stay positive and get help. Because like I said, when it comes to our community, we like to keep on to ourselves. We don't want to get help. Like, I can do it. But to be honest, we can't do it alone. We need to get help. And that's it. Yeah, that's all I can say on that for now. I guess so.
Adebimpe, you're such a delight, such a positive person to speak to. Your energy and just your vibrance, and what you love to do, your passion comes across, and it's just been an absolute joy talking to you. Now, before we let you go, how can people connect with you? Have you got social media handle, website that we can jump on?
Yes, I've got social media handle. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest, so Perabim Creations. On my website is www.perabimcreations.com. So you can find me on all those social media as well. And as well as Bob Expo as well. So I'm a Bob Expo member. So yeah, you can find me on Bob Expo too. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Wow. It's been an absolute joy talking to you today. And again, hearing your journey, hearing your story, and just having that positive mindset and just that self-belief, surrounding yourself with the right people as you did. And, going outside your comfort zones, paying it forward. You'd paid for that market stall, so you knew you had to go out there. But while you were there, doing your market research, seeing what people wanted, producing a product, handmade, that's of great quality. And again, just loving what you're doing. And thank you for coming and sharing that story with us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amos. Thank you so much. Good to be on the show. So yeah, thank you.